MC-1276, name Marife Hernandez, 30 years old, married, college level, with experience in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia as domestic helper. Okay, Miss Hernandez, would you please say a brief summary about yourself?
Hi, good morning, ma'am and sir. My name is Marife Hernandez, 30 years old, living in Baritao, Manawag, Pangasinan, married, have 2 children, ages 9 and 6 years old. My parents are Mr. and Mrs. Rafael Evangelista. I finished high school graduate and undergraduate college, took up computer programming.
Okay. Can you please say something regarding your experience working under the family of Mohammed Shakir Behani of Kuwait?
I work with them as a domestic helper and taking care of their 3 children, ages 8 and 5 years old. The 2 are twins. I work with them as domestic helper, and my duties are cooking, cleaning, ironing, washing clothes, and picking and dropping them at the school.
Okay. Can you please say something regarding your work experience to the family of Sami Mohammed Abdul Aziz of Saudi Arabia?
I work in Saudi Arabia last 2017 to 2018. I work with them as a domestic helper and with their 2 children, ages 9 and 3 years old. My work with them is cooking, cleaning, ironing, washing clothes. I also teach them with their assignments and school activities. That's all.
Okay. Why is it that you were not able to finish your 2 years contract in Saudi?
Because I work in 2 mansion houses and too much work, and I sleep always late, and I almost work for 16 hours, up to 16 hours.
Why have you decided to work in Hong Kong?
Because Hong Kong is, I have knew that Hong Kong is a good country and the Chinese are also good, and they are hiring a domestic helper there and they are giving a high salary.
Who's going to take good care of your sons if you go to Hong Kong?
My parents are going to take care of them.
Do you have any experience taking care of a newly born baby?
Yes,
Okay, can you please say something regarding your experience taking care of a newly born child?
I know how to change diaper, changing clothes, feed them, taking a bath, and giving medicines and vitamins, and giving them, taking care of them with love.
Okay, if the baby, for example, can sleep at night, what are some methods you use to get him fall asleep?
I used to do by reading books, telling a story, or if still not yet sleepy, I will carry them and let them sleep on my shoulder.
Okay, if the baby, for instance, keeps on crying and both employers are not at home during the day, how are you going to handle the situation?
If the baby is still crying, I will check him if he's feeling well, and if he's not feeling well, I will check the temperature, and I will check the diaper if it's full. I will check if he is hungry. I will give milk, and if he's still crying, I will call the employer and let them know that the baby is still crying.
Okay. How can you tell that a child is not feeling well?
I will check their eyes if it's red. Then I will check if he's coughing, and I will check the temperature.
Okay. For instance, you just arrived in Hong Kong, and the child or children that you are going to take care is still adjusting and doesn't want to go with you. They are afraid and crying. What are you going to do?
First, I will give him time to adjust, and I will let him play with me by giving some activities like coloring books, or teaching him also about ABCs, counting, shape, and color. And I will play with him.
Okay. How are you going to cope up with your homesickness in the first 3 months of your adjustment period?
I will make myself busy, like playing with the kids, making fun with them, and do my duties as a domestic helper.
What is your strength being a domestic helper?
My strength being a domestic helper is patient.
Why?
Because I can handle in any situation, even they are shouting me, or they have bad attitudes towards, like the children. If sometimes the children are naughty, I will try to be patient with them.
Why do you think that employers should hire you as their domestic helper?
Because I have a capability to being a hard worker. I am honest, trustworthy, obedient, kind, patient, God-fearer.
Okay, do you have any nursery rhyme?
Yes,
What nursery rhyme do you know?
if you're happy and you know.
Okay, can you please show what nursery rhyme do you know?
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray!
Do you have one more?
Yes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes,
If you would be given the chance to be employed by one of our employers in Hong Kong, what is your message to your future employer?
To my future employer, I will try my best to be a good servant, and I will be a worker for you, and I will treat you as my family. Thank you and God bless.